Hi, it's Book Chick again, and I thought I would do a video today about how I get free books. Obviously, my channel is not big enough yet that I receive books like in the mail, but I thought I would talk about that because I want to start reading more ebooks, like reading more stuff that's been recently published instead of, catching up on all of these. Like, obviously I do want to read them, but I'm planning in like the next few months to like shorten my TBR so that it's like, I can definitely finish it, because currently I'm still trying to finish my April TBR and like the couple books that I had left over from March, because they're hard to get into. So I figure if I shorten that TBR, then I have a better chance of finishing it, even if the books are hard to get into. So I want in the like next few months to like read a book that I have physically on my shelves, and also like an ebook and an audiobook that are like newer releases. So this is my Kindle. This is my Kindle case. I think it's super cute. It's The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling, but it's just a hard case, and my Kindle is like stickied inside. I got this on Amazon. I think it's super cute. So there are like 3 or 4 ways that I've been getting free books. So my friend Kinsey sends me like new things for like ways to get free books, and so one of those things is actually Bookbub, and you can sign up and it's totally free. Obviously there are in-app purchases, but they do have free books as well as books ranging from like 99 cents to like $3 or $4, which is still like a really good deal. And they're not like some of them are like books that are, I'm trying to figure out how to say this without offending anyone. Some of them are books by newer authors who are still trying to like find their voice and like their story and everything. So some of them are kind of like cheesy and maybe not very good writing, but part of getting better at that is having people read it and give you reviews and taking that criticism and doing good things with it. So Bookbub is really great for that, because they do offer some of those kind of books, as well as like books by like well-known authors like James Patterson and like Victoria Schwab and like all those kind of people, and you can follow those authors and see what they've been reading and what they're recommending, so that you don't necessarily have to pick up a few books that maybe aren't as great. You have a better chance of picking up really good books that you'll definitely enjoy. So that's a really good one, like free to 99 cents, and if you sign up, then they will send you emails for the books that are like on sale or like on a deal that day. So like today I got an email, it was like Saturday deals, and like flipped through the list and it's like 10 or 12 books, and you can decide if you want them or not. Like, you don't have to like buy or not. Like, you can just totally skip it if nothing sounds good or you have other things that you want to read. Another way that I've been getting free books is Prime Reading. I guess it's not like completely free, because I am an Amazon Prime member, so like I'm paying for Prime. So this is just one of the extra perks that you get besides like really fast shipping and stuff. Prime Reading is basically like a library, but from Kindle. And so again, like some of the books are kind of like, but some of them are really good, and you just kind of run that risk and you get them. I'm not sure exactly for how long. I haven't actually tried it yet, but this is an option. And I do plan to try it really soon, so I plan to tell you guys if I love it or hate it. I'm just saying that this is an option if you want a way to get free books. Maybe you don't have a very big book collection at home and you're running out of stuff to read. This would be a good option if you have a Kindle or the Kindle app and you are an Amazon Prime member. Because you basically get the book and then you can read it on your Kindle or your app, and then I believe you just give it back when you're done. I'm not sure how long you get to keep them. Let me actually check. I don't know if I can find that on here, like how long you get to keep them. So maybe I'll have to do a more in-depth review of that. But it definitely says read or listen for free if you have Prime. It doesn't say if you have to give it back or not, so I think that's really interesting. Yeah, so apparently that's like 100% free, and it looks as if you get to keep it when, even when you're done with it. So that's really interesting. Another couple of options that I really love that are definitely 100% free are apps from the library. At least the libraries in my area use 2 apps. The public libraries both use Libby, which is, I think, play on words because it's like library, but it's Libby, and I'll put the icon right there. But basically, it is exactly like Kindle for like the Kindle app, but it's through your library, so you can download audiobooks, some like movies and like streaming things. You can download ebooks, and like it's nearly everything that your like brick and mortar library has, you know? So they have like new releases and old stuff, and it's just really good, and it's like all your favorite authors and everything. Like very rarely have I had a problem where I can't find something. I will say that my library just switched from Overdrive, which is the next one I'm going to talk about, to Libby. So there are some things that haven't like carried over yet. Which is kind of annoying. So what I've been doing is I use Libby on my phone for like my audiobooks and stuff, but I prefer to read my ebooks on my Kindle. So I'll use Overdrive on my Kindle because Libby doesn't actually pop up in my Amazon store, like my Amazon App Store. So, or whatever it's called, whatever the App Store is for Kindle, it doesn't pop up. So I just use Overdrive because it still works. And they have like a bunch of different libraries, so your library might be on there. You should double check. But it's the same thing as Libby, basically. It's just that Libby is a more updated, even more user-friendly version. Overdrive is still super user-friendly, but Libby I would say it's more aesthetically pleasing, and it's even easier to navigate. Like, I would say even a child could navigate it. Like, even a child who doesn't spend a lot of time on the computer could probably figure it out. But Overdrive is also really cool, and like they have a lot of stuff that's like older, so like that's where I go when I need the next book for my Stephanie Plum series that I like to read, because they have like all of those, but for whatever reason like Libby doesn't, and Libby doesn't actually have, I think they have some Shadowhunters, but I don't think they have all of them. So if I'm in the mood for a Shadowhunters book by Cassandra Clare, then I'll flip to Overdrive on my Kindle. But Libby does have like more Sarah J. Maas. It has I almost said she. I guess it's Libby, so that would be her name. But they do have more like Victoria Schwab. They have more recent Holly Black. They have like yeah, like a lot of those newer authors, and like a lot of new like adult fiction authors. But Overdrive has like all of like the kind of older ones that like date back a few years. However, like I know I have a few older James Patterson books from like I think the 90s or early 2000s that are like kind of his one-off novels that he does every now and then, and I did find I believe it's called, yeah, When the Wind Blows. That's actually on Libby, so I thought that was kind of cool. It's really kind of odd how they pick and choose which older books are going to go on Libby and which ones aren't. I guess maybe they look at like the circulation or something and try to decide. And I know that like getting ebooks and audiobooks that way, is super expensive because of the licensing and stuff. So, like, I get that, but these are the ways that I've been getting free books for me. And my best friend, who we just started a blog, she's actually been reading a book that she found on, I believe, Bookbub on her Kindle, and she said it's actually an advanced release copy, I believe it's called, like an Bookables calls it an ARC. I believe it's advanced release copy. So she's actually reading that right now, and she says it's really good. So, like, you can even find some of those, or you can read books that are already released that maybe you can't get your hands on right now for whatever reason. So I just think that's super cool, and I hope this was a helpful video. I hope I haven't been rambling too much, because I have a tendency to do that. I love to talk, and that's one of the reasons why I started this channel. So I hope this was really helpful. I hope you check out some of these ideas, and please hit like and subscribe. Also, me and my best friend, as I mentioned earlier, we started a blog, so I'll leave that link in the descriptions down below, and if you could at least look at it, that would be super helpful. If not, follow us. That would be even cooler. So please check us out. Thank you, and have a lovely, wonderful day.